welcome to Elements of Ayurveda, Empowering Wisdom of Life. I'm your host, Colette, and in this podcast, I hope to empower you to take charge of your own health by sharing the holistic teachings of Ayurveda, the ancient healing tradition from India. We will also discuss topics like health and wellness, nutrition, yoga, fitness, meditation, breath work, and much more, as well as interviewing lots of inspiring people along the way. My humble wish is to help you to connect to your true nature, to Mother Nature, and to each other. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the show, and the new episodes will automatically download for you to enjoy. If you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend you listen to the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. I've also set up a Facebook group for us to connect and to support each other, and I'd love for you to join me over at Elements of Ayurveda podcast group. And now, here's the show. Hello, and welcome to Elements of Ayurveda. You have me, Colette, today. And first of all, I want to thank you for taking the poll on the Elements of Ayurveda podcast Facebook group. It has been so helpful and insightful, and I really appreciate you taking the time to have your say on what you want to hear more of on the podcast. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to take the poll yet, I'll put a link here in the show notes, or just go to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast Facebook group. The first choice on the poll was for more Ayurvedic education, which is fantastic. And that was really the purpose of the podcast, is to spread the wisdom of Ayurveda. And I will definitely be bringing you lots more of those episodes in the future. The second choice so far was for more information on the healing practices. And this will be the basis for this episode. Now, healing practices are considered to be alternative holistic healing modalities, which fall outside the traditional Western medical system. And in Ayurveda, we use many healing practices, some of which are like yoga. Yoga is really about quietening the fluctuations of the mind so that we can then sit in meditation. And meditation, of course, is another healing practice where you become aware and observe your thoughts, but not getting caught up in those virtual stories and making more space between the thoughts. And we also use pranayama, which is breath work, to increase the energy flow in the subtle channels of the body. And you're all familiar right now with Abhyanga, the oil massage, and putting oil on our body with attention, calming the nervous system, and providing lubrication and nourishing the cells and tissues of the body. We also have a treatment in Ayurveda called Shirodhara, where it's the pouring of oil, of warm oil across the forehead and the third eye. And this really calms the nervous system and reduces stress. Another wonderful treatment is called Perichil, and it's a rejuvenating Ayurvedic massage both for the body and the mind. It's medicated oil that is squeezed from a cloth dipped in warm medicated oil and onto the patient's body. So you're laying on this wooden board. It's because there's so much oil used in Perichil, there's a drain around the outer edge of the wooden platform you're laying on, and you're just literally getting oil poured all over your body, and it's a wonderful experience. And another practice we do is Basti, which is the Ayurvedic enema. And this is great for clearing vata and from the system. And also it helps to create energy and vitality as well as clarity to the mind. We know that the seat of vata is in the lower lumbar spine. So this is a great way to nourish and soothe the vata, excess vata energy using an enema, an oil enema. So there are just some of the healing practices which are really wonderful and definitely supportive used in Ayurveda. However, what I want to talk about today is that you are the powerhouse healer. That this is so important for all of us to understand. Our body already has all the intelligence, all the resources it needs to heal itself. And while these supportive healing practices definitely aid in the healing process, the important thing for us to understand is that we are our own healer. And it's time for us to really stop outsourcing our health and rather be active participants and understand that you have the healing resources within you. Now we just need to help you understand how to do that, to educate you on your mind-body type, on your constitution, and then to educate you on how to keep your body and mind in balance. And really, who is a better judge of how you're feeling in your body, or of whether something is working for you or not, or whether something feels right for you? It's you. Oftentimes, it's really hard to convey to a doctor or a practitioner how you're feeling. And I treat many people that go down the traditional Western medical path and have all the tests done. And a lot of times the doctor comes back with, well, your tests are fine. So the client is left there going, well, so what is it in my head? What's the problem here? And left without answers. And I want to share an example from one of the testimonials I received from Karen, who's in Massachusetts, who was a recent client. And let me share her story because she definitely had that experience. She said that I found Colette's podcast when I started to learn more about Ayurveda and finally contacted her in July 2018 for our first 90-minute consultation. Colette was very thorough in determining my mind-body type. She then guided me through my first Ayurvedic digestive reset cleanse and taught me how to take care of my health through the right food and lifestyle modifications. I had struggled with what modern medicine would call chronic fatigue and other annoying things since my children were born, and unfortunately could not find the answers in my doctor's office because, according to the blood work, I was fine. Out of desperation, I decided to explore alternative routes. After Colette's program, I have my energy back and I simply feel great. I love the fact that now, after completing the program, I am more in tune with my own body and I have the tools to be proactive in my own healthcare. So thank you, Karen, for that. And the reason I'm sharing that testimony with you is this is what I want for you, to educate you, to empower you to make your own choices for your health and well-being. I want for you to understand completely your mind-body type so you don't question when these fads or trends arise. Oh, is it for me? Is it not? You'll know because you'll have that education. Nope, that's not for my dosha. Or yes, this would help my dosha. I want for you to understand what you should be eating, how you should be exercising, the right lifestyle for you, the right routines for you, for your particular mind-body type. I want for you to know the signs of imbalance in your body or mind. And then I want to give you the tools to bring your body and mind back into balance before disease manifests. I want for you to feel empowered to take charge of your own health, for you to feel confident to use natural methods like food and herbs and spices and mindfulness techniques and lifestyle modifications to bring your body and mind back into balance. I want for you to understand that you have the power to heal yourself, and all you need is the knowledge, and maybe also actually to feel this healing within you or direct perception. Because I find that over and over again, I could talk to the clients all day about the benefits of Ayurveda, but until somebody feels it in their own body, then it sinks in. Then it's like, oh my goodness, really? Could something as simple as lifestyle modifications or change in my eating patterns or a change in the way I exercise or a change in how I look at something, my perception of something, could that really be the key to changing my health? And yes, it is as simple as that. Sometimes it's very simple changes that are not really intrusive on your life, but they're just simple modifications that can really have a huge impact. And this is why we talk a lot about the dinacharya, the daily habits, because your habits make up your life. And if you're doing something consistently each day, day in, day out, month in, month out, and for years, it can have a big impact on your health and well-being. So that's why we want to look at the whole aspect of your life and see what's going on, and then see where those drains of energy are coming from, what's affecting your life. Now, while the healing practices, the external healing practices like massage or energy healing or the healing treatments I mentioned earlier are wonderful, really supportive, and I recommend them. What I don't want is for you to think that that is where your health lies, in that external practice. I don't want you to put all your energy and faith in those practices. Like I said earlier, we must be an active participant in our own healing. And I want for you to understand that the power to heal is within you. We just need to uncover it and educate you on that. Now, a healer is a guide to help you discover the healing within. They should be teaching you the tools to go forward and thrive in life. Now, perhaps you come back for some maintenance, like people come back to me throughout the year, maybe for seasonal cleanses. But with really a healer should be giving you the education on how to live your life so you can go forward and thrive. You don't want to be reliant on some external healing practices. So I hope I'm explaining this and conveying this message well. I want you to believe in your own healing capacity. With that belief system and that confidence in your own body's healing ability, well, there's nothing holding you back from living a vital life. But what could hold you back are the aggravations or the imbalances that you may be feeling right now. So I want to go through some of these imbalances that show up in the doshas, just so that you can be aware of what are the signs of imbalance for your dosha. So Vata, for example, the signs of physical imbalance for Vata could manifest as dryness in the skin, the hair, and the lips, dryness in the intestines, which could lead to constipation, which is a major imbalance for Vata. Stiff joints, maybe lower back pain, because we talked about how the seat of Vata is in the lower lumbar spine. Insomnia due to perhaps mind spinning, muscle fatigue, spaciness, dizziness, tremors, or tingling, and maybe twitching in the body, like twitching of the eye. Excessive gas, excessive bloating, or gurgling in the stomach. Now, and signs of emotional imbalance for Vata could show up as fear, anxiety, nervousness, insecurity, restlessness, feeling confused, really indecisive. You may be feeling highly strung, a racing mind. Like I said, that could cause the difficulty in getting to sleep or waking up in the middle of the night, in the Vata time between 2 and 6 a.m. with a racing mind, or maybe just feeling down or depressed. So there are some of the signs of imbalance for Vata. Now, the signs of imbalance for Pitta, it's all about heat, right? Because we know Pitta is made up of the fire and water element. So there may be overheating, there may be inflammation, and we know inflammation is a cause of a lot of disease in the body. It could be IBS, it could be inflammatory bowel disease, it could be joint problems, just to name a few. Another sign of imbalance for Pitta could be hot flashes, loose stool or diarrhea, skin issues like rashes, acne, hives, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, severe PMS symptoms, headaches, maybe migraines, particularly around the eyes, burning or red, bloodshot eyes, nausea, acid reflux, heartburn, ulcers, a metallic taste in the tongue. All those could be signs of an imbalance or aggravation in Pitta. Now, emotionally, excess Pitta can cause anger, impatience, frustration, irritability, intolerance, jealousy, maybe being overcritical or over-analytical, and also perfectionist tendencies. So now let's go to Kapha and see what the signs of imbalance are for Kapha. Well, Kapha can manifest physically as congestion. Remember, Kapha is made up of the earth and water elements, so it's a heaviness. There may be mucus and colds and coughs that go down onto the chest, sinusitis, asthma, yeast infections, low heavy energy, slow digestion, weight gain, drowsiness, excessive sleep, lethargy, and brain fog. And emotionally for Kapha, it can show up as cloudy thinking, depression, withdrawal from social life, possessiveness of people or things, hidden emotions, or stagnation in the body and mind. Now, they're the general signs of imbalance for each of the mind-body types, each of the doshas. And my clients, when they hear this list, it can bring concern as it brings to light their fears of being unhealthy and what the future holds if these symptoms are not addressed. However, I reassure my clients, and I want to reassure you now, that this list is not to make you feel bad, but to give you comfort in knowing that these symptoms are just an imbalance and can be easily rectified with diet and lifestyle modifications. However, if you ignore these subtle, or in some cases not so subtle, signals from your body, then the imbalance may move deeper into the tissues and manifest into a more serious illness. So the good news is that these symptoms, that these signals of imbalance from the body can easily be rectified. So it's just a matter of knowing what your imbalances are and tuning into your body, and then knowing how to bring your body back into balance. And this is why I want to help you to understand how to recognize the signs of imbalance in your body at the early stages, and educate you on how to simply bring your body back into balance by adjusting your diet and lifestyle so that you can restore your health and well-being. Remember, Ayurveda is all about prevention. All about prevention of illness. It gives you the tools to maintain balance physically and mentally, therefore preventing any illness. So that's the whole idea. Whereas in the Western world, we wait till illness manifests. In Ayurveda, it's all about, no. We want to catch these subtle signals of imbalance early so it doesn't go further into the tissues and cause bigger problems. Once you feel rejuvenated and your physical and mental symptoms are gone, then you will have more energy and vitality for life. And you will have the capacity to then zoom out and look at the bigger picture of your life and have greater awareness to guide you on the path to your truth. So this is the ultimate goal of Ayurveda. It's to bring the person into balance so that they can have more awareness the bigger world around them, and also tune into their truth and then go live that truth in the world and live out their purpose. Okay, so let's do a little imagination exercise now. I want you to imagine that you're sitting in your rocking chair, and let's say you're 85 years of age and you're looking back on your life. Or maybe if you are 85, let's go bump up that number a little further, more towards 90, 95, and you're looking back on your life. What do you want to see? What do you want to remember? How do you want to feel? This is a really interesting exercise to think back. Wow, if I'm looking back on my life, how do I want to feel? What do I want to remember? And what do I want to see as I'm getting these images of flashes back through my life? I want to help people to live their truth. This is the goal of this podcast, is to spread the wisdom of Ayurveda so that you can uncover your true nature and go do that in the world, so that you're living out your purpose in this world. And this is what we want for everyone. We are all one great consciousness. How you feel in your life, what you're doing affects everybody. So we want everybody to thrive. And this is the ultimate goal, that everybody comes into balance, that they're feeling happy, they're feeling connected, they're feeling empowered, and they're living their truth. And that will make a more compassionate, happy, healthy world where we're all thriving. So I've been helping people to do this by restoring balance with my online consultations, digestive reset cleanses, and daily habits course. However, I find that when people do these separately, like just a consult or just a cleanse, that there can be a reversing back to old habits which cause the health problems or the imbalances in the first place. This is why I'm launching my 7-week Reset, Restore, Renew program in January 2019, so that once and for all, you can take the time to invest in your health. And during these 7 weeks, you're not only resetting and restoring your health, but you'll also renew your body and mind by installing a new operating system to make sure that those imbalances don't reoccur. Now stay tuned to the end, because I have a special offer for you. Just for the next couple of weeks, that I will be offering a discount on this course in January. But I want to break down this 7-week transformational journey to you, because I'm very excited about it, and I want to support as many people as I can to getting into balance and then going out in the world and living their true purpose. So this 7-week transformational journey, it's a journey of healing, of connection, of education and empowerment. And there's 3 steps. There's the reset, the restore, and the renew. Now we'll start with resetting your digestive system, the gastrointestinal tract, which houses up to 80% of your immunity and therefore is of paramount importance to ensuring that your body and mind are in balance. With this understanding of the importance of our GI tract, of our digestive system, this transformational journey starts with the Digestive Reset Cleanse, which is tailored to you. So we begin with a 90-minute online consult. And what I do is I get to know you, I get to know your lifestyle, your stressors, your current health situation. I ask you lots of questions. We really go in depth in your life because everything in your life affects your health. And also I will determine your birth constitution or your mind-body type. And I'll also determine if you have any current imbalances. And then I tailor the 7-day cleanse to you. I'll tailor the food, the yoga, the meditation, the breath work, and anything else that I feel you need to help you to reset your health. Now, there's no fasting in this nurturing, all-natural, whole food cleanse. And you cook food in batches, so you're not cooking every day, right? We're realistic that, we live in a modern world that's busy. So you cook your food in batches. And the great thing is you're eating good food. The purpose is not to starve you on this cleanse. It's not about losing weight, which most people do, but that's not the purpose of this cleanse. You will eat when you feel hungry. But what I want you to do is to give your body more easy digestible foods so that you can carry out the process of eliminating the fat-soluble toxins from the cells. And these toxins can be both physical and undigested emotional toxins. And so this cleanse includes the online 90-minute consult with me, an Ayurvedic booklet tailored to you, a weekly coaching webinar which tells you all the details about why we're using certain foods and what we're doing and how the process happens in your body. And you'll also get a yoga video, a meditation and pranayama tutorials and recipes. And all those are housed on a private page on my website for clients. And then you'll, of course, have ongoing support with me. I'm checking in on you constantly. So we'll be in touch constantly throughout the cleanse and throughout the program. And I also have a supportive online community as well in a private Facebook group. So this cleanse really helps you to hit the reset button and unpack any physical and or emotional toxins which are really holding you back from living a healthy, happy and fulfilling life. And then we move on to the restore, which is one of the most important parts of this program because post-cleanse, you can be quite depleted where your body is after going through a lot to eliminate those toxins from a cellular level. And now we want to build it back up. We want to build a strong foundations of cells and tissues. And we do this with rejuvenating foods. And also during this time, you'll have a checkup with me. So there'll be a 30-minute online check-in mid-program to see how you're doing. Of course, we're going to be checking in all the time via email, but I like to touch base and do a online call, and that could be on Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or WhatsApp or any of those apps to just really check in one-to-one and to see how you're doing and to see if we need to make any adjustments before you move forward into the next step, which is the renewal phase. So now that you're cleansed and rejuvenated, it's time to install a new day-to-day operating system. Basically so that you don't revert back to those poor habits. We want to really cement these new habits in place. And step 3 of this transformational course consists of a 4-week online daily habits for a holistic health program. These daily habits are self-care practices that keep the body and mind in balance. They aid digestion, they calm the nervous system, and they prevent illness and promote health and well-being. Along with implementing daily self-care habits and routines to build a strong foundation of holistic health, right? We're installing this new software so that we can continue to feel this wonderful balance in our lives and that we can go forward then and thrive. So I will also be educating you in this 4-week program on the circadian rhythms and understanding deeply the daily energy cycles and how to structure your day to work with these energies rather than going against them and suffering. And we will look at your day and see, okay, what's the appropriate way to schedule your day that fits in with your lifestyle, of course. I'm very understanding that we all have different demands. And so this really needs to fit into your lifestyle rather than cause extra stress. So we look at that. Well, how can we structure your life so that you can be flowing with this energy, be in tune with nature, and feel that in your body, feel that balance in your body rather than going against it. We'll also talk about the understanding the different mental qualities, which is really important, and the mental gunas and how to maintain that balance. And we'll talk about lots of different mindfulness practices. We'll also practice lots of different mindfulness practices so that you can feel them in your own body. Again, that direct perception, and see which one is best for you. And then maybe you'll have different ones for different times, different seasons. You'll also learn about the foundations of Ayurvedic healing, which is a big purpose of this course, is to empower you to become your own healer, and maybe your healer for your family and friends. And so here you'll learn about the principle of opposites in Ayurveda. Really simple, really logical, and something that you can use in your day-to-day life. And finally, in week 4, we talk about the power of intuition and positivity and compassion, and how that has a huge impact on our health, and how that we can bring this more into our day-to-day life. So along with all those daily habits, along with all this education, you'll also receive, again, access to a private site on my website, a private page, where there'll be daily coaching webinars. And these are short, 5-10 minute webinars, so that you can review the information and then implement these routines, these new habits to keep you in balance throughout your day and throughout your life. You'll also get worksheets. Of course, I'll be continuing to support you through this. And again, we have the private Facebook community. So at the end of this 7-week program, you'll have another call with me. This one will be 60 minutes. This will be a follow-up consultation. And here we'll assess your current health situation. We'll put together a strategy for going forward to maintain balance and prevent illness in the mind and body. So we'll look at your life and say, okay, what can we do going forward now? You have your daily habits. You're feeling restored after the cleanse. How can we keep this going now as you go forward in your life? Or what are some of the roadblocks or concerns you may have? And I'll answer any questions you have. And I really want to ensure that at this stage that you feel confident and empowered to take charge of your own health and well-being. Because ideally now, by the end of the 7 weeks, you're feeling in charge of your health. You're feeling good. You're feeling balanced, and you're ready to go forward. And in this final consultation, we'll just clear up any loose ends that you're concerned with or that you have questions on. So, are you ready to once and for all reset, restore, and renew your body, your mind, your life, and go forward and thrive? We all want meaning and purpose in our lives. We all want to feel that we have accomplished something, that we were heard, that we made a difference. And think back to what I had you think of earlier about sitting in the rocking chair at 85 years of age, and how you want to feel reflecting back on your life. Taking that information now, and how are you going to put the steps in place so that you can achieve those goals? What did you envision when you were sitting in that rocking chair? So I do have some homework for you today. It's all about setting intentions, because here we are at the end of the year. And I think it's important for us to reflect on 2018 and set intentions now for 2019. Write down what your goals are for the year ahead, what you want to achieve. This is a great time to do it because we're in the Vata stage of the year, Vata season. And Vata season is all about going inward and being reflective, being a little bit more philosophical. And so this is a great time of year to kind of really tune in and go inwards and review, like I said, the past year and look ahead. Okay, where do I want to go in 2019? And I have some areas which you might want to reflect on. And these are areas that I look at the end of the year. And what I'll do is if you can't write them down now, I'll put them in the Elements of Ayurveda podcast group. So you can go there for a reminder and maybe share if you want to put out there what your intentions or your goals are for 2019. You can share some of them or all of them, and we can support you, and maybe it could be for accountability as well. Feel free to do that. So here are the areas that I want you to think of. The first one, of course, is health. So now health is a big subject. So let's break that down into body. What do you want for your physical health in 2019? Then your mind. What do you want for your mental health? And then soul. How will you nourish your soul, your true self, in 2019? Number 2 will be spiritual development. What are your goals spiritually for the next year? Number 3 is relationships, and that includes family, romantic, friends, colleagues. What are your goals for those relationships? Your physical, environmental goals, your living situation. Are you happy where you are right now? Where do you want to be in 2019? Your number 5 will be your life purpose goals, your career or your passion. What's that passion burning inside of you? And what do you want to envision for 2019? And how are you going to put those steps in place? Number 6 will be educational, and that could be personal or for your career. Number 7 will be your financial goals. And then finally, your social goals, the fun, right? The play, the recreational, the hobbies, very important. So think about those 8 goals and write it out on a piece of paper and reflect over the next few weeks about where you want to go in 2019 for your health, your spiritual development, your relationships, your physical environment, your life purpose goals, your educational goals, your financial goals, and your social goals. Like I said, I'll post this list in the Elements of Ayurveda podcast group, so you can go there to get that list and maybe share your intentions if you want to put it out there into the group. So one of my goals for 2019 is a continuation of the work that I'm doing in the world. I feel is my dharma, is to spread the wisdom of Ayurveda, to help people come into balance physically and mentally so that they can uncover their true nature, their truth, and express that in the world. Because I believe, and Ayurveda teaches us, that until we are in touch with our true nature, our truth, and living that we will feel like something is off, that something is not right. So if the Reset, Restore, Renew program resonates with you, come and join me and the group as we go through this transformational 7-week journey. And we're going to be starting on January 18th, but it's a 7-week program. It's already reduced, but I'm offering a further 10% discount if you register before December 17th. And you can find all the information and register on my website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com. That's elements with an S, healingandwellbeing.com. And if you want more information, if you want to chat with me first, don't hesitate to book the free discovery call so we can chat in person if you have further questions. Now I'm going to leave you with this testimonial from Nick in the United Kingdom, who has taken the program. And he said, "This course is absolutely fantastic and so insightful. Essentially, it's about being you, choosing to be the person you want to be. It is like receiving the manual to life that we never had. This course gives you the tools of change. Colette is helping each person develop a healthy, positive, and meaningful life. This is not just a fad or a new trend. This is an experience, and it is something that you bring with you for the rest of your life. This course opens your body, mind, and soul to the wonder that is all around you. With this course, you meet Colette, who becomes a friend or mentor, an array of light that helps you to shine from within. The clear and logical teaching in the webinars, coupled with the support, makes it easy to learn. Colette is always on hand to answer questions and tailor the course specifically to you. For me, I felt the biggest change arrived as the course neared the finish. I didn't feel like I had just completed an online course. I feel that I have become something. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is, but it feels like a heightened sense of self, connection to my surroundings, a new outlook on interactions, a stronger and more wholesome body, and maybe complete health. So thank you, Nick, for sharing your experience on the program. And that's really what I want for all of you, to connect to your true self, to connect to nature, to connect with your surroundings and have more awareness, purpose, and meaning in life. And if you're ready to stop outsourcing your health and to take charge of your own health and well-being on the Reset, Restore, Renew transformational journey to empower you to live a vital and meaningful life, then please join me so that I can support you. That journey begins January 18th, 2019, but don't forget to register before December 17th to receive the 10% discount, and we can schedule your consult before the holidays so that I can give you tips and guidelines also to remain in balance throughout the holiday season. And then we'll all get together on January 18th to start the year achieving our goals and objectives. So if you want further info, visit my website. Again, it's elementshealingandwellbeing.com, and click on the Start Here button on the top right-hand corner of the homepage. I'll also put a link in the show notes here. And if you have further questions, don't hesitate to book that free discovery call, and we can chat online and I can answer your questions and concerns. And also, don't forget to visit the Elements of Ayurveda podcast group to get the list of intentions for 2019 and share yours there if you wish. You'll find the link to the Facebook podcast group in the show notes. Thank you for listening. And I want you to understand that the healer lies within you, that your contentment, your happiness, your health, your well-being lie in your own hands. You just need a little bit of education, a little bit of guidance, and you can go forward thriving in life. Take care, everybody. Wishing you all the best. Happy holiday season. And I hope to connect with you soon. Ciao for now.